Chef Boyardee 2. It's been a while, been a little busy as usual, but I was in New York over Thanksgiving and we went to a restaurant that had Chipotle butternut squash soup. It was delicious. Now, I already have a recipe for butternut squash soup, but a little chipotle, which is a smoked dry jalapeno. So it gives it a little kick. And we're out in Tucson and we like kick. So I'm going to go gather all my stuff together, chop, measure, cook, whatever. And by the time I get everything done, I'll put it in my little soup pot and cook away. So I'll be right back. It's going to be good. So here we have all our ingredients for our Chipotle butternut squash soup. Obviously, we have the butternut squash. We have onion, celery, carrots, and we have some parsley for the end. We're going to use vegetable broth as the base. We have my favorite, the chipotle and adobo. We have some cloves, cumin, sour cream, salt and pepper. And that should do it. I am now going to get the butternut squashes, cut them in half, and bake them. So here I have the butternut squash. I just cut them open lengthwise. As you can see, I'm going to get a spoon and cut out the seeds. And then I'm just going to brush some olive oil on top of it. And then put it slice side down. And bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes until it is soft. So I'll get back when we're done. No, these are not ants in here. These are cloves that I'm going to grind so that I can put a half a teaspoon of cloves into the soup. So here's the finished product after 45 minutes in the oven at 350. It's been cooling now for about 30 minutes. Okay, this is what they look like. They were all turned over like so. Look at that. You can peel that off so easily that it will look like this. I'm going to cube it and then put it in my soup pot right there along with the rest of the vegetables. As you see, here are my cooked squash that I peeled and I cubed. So now we're starting. I have a tablespoon of canola oil in there, and now I'm going to put in all the celery and onions and carrots, and I'm going to saute all that until they are soft. About 8-10. Now that we have the celery, onions, and carrots softened, I'm going to add the squash, some ground cloves, and some cumin to give it that Mexican flavor. And I'm going to add some chipotle. And I'm going to go with a little in the beginning because it is spicy. And some people may not like the spice. I'm going to stir that around, and then I'm going to add the vegetable broth. Now mind you, I'm doing a recipe and I've doubled it because I'm going to use this at my open house. So it calls for 6 cups of vegetable broth. I'm going to do 12. As you can see, I've added 6 cups of vegetable broth along with all the vegetables, the squash, the seasonings, especially the chipotle. Now, word to the wise. Use the chipotle sparingly in the beginning, so maybe a teaspoon, and then you can add more kick to it once you taste it. There's nothing worse than having too much spice and trying to tone it down. So always go a little at a time until you get the flavor that you want. Now the whole mixture is ready. I've cooked it for about 25 minutes. potatoes, everything is soft. I like to get a potato masher and kind of help it along mashing it, because I am going to take all of this in batches, put it in my food processor and pulse it until it's pureed. Then I'll put it back into the soup bowl or soup pot, and then I will season it accordingly. Now if I want to add more flavoring to the soup, like more chipotle, I do it in the phase where I have the food processor so it mixes rather quick. And here is the finished product. Look at how smooth that is. This is the fun part now. Now you can season it obviously with some salt and pepper, and then some more cumin, some cloves, some nutmeg, some anything. Just the kick is there. Use your own taste buds and experiment. So this is Chef Boyardee 2 saying bon appetit, enjoy.